All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser, or John D. Clouser, whichever one you prefer. This is episode 284 of this great and wonderful podcast I do by myself, in a room by myself, probably just for myself. How are you? Welcome. Salutations. What's going on? So, I hope you guys are doing way better than I am. So, this morning, you wouldn't believe this. So, this is part of growing up, right? So, I'm 36 years old. For the most part, I feel like I'm pretty good. You know, even like last week, I told you guys, you know what? I think my creatine is spiked. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cycle going on right now. Well, I was supposed to meet up today with a fellow filmmaker. I'll tell you that story in a second. We'll put a pin in that and loop back around. But, so, what I ended up doing, so I was getting ready and all that good stuff. And I went and I sat down. And what I did was, normally when I sit down like this. So, if my elbow is my butt, the tip of my finger is my head, I usually just sit straight down just like this. Somehow today, though, I went like this, and I sat down like that, and I had my head tilted at my back, and guess what? That's all it took. Threw my back out. Now, I think I only spazzed it, but it was a pretty big spaz to the point where it's still sore. But, earlier, my the vertebrae was a lot tighter than it was, and I can kind of move it now, but how that's happened is because I drink a beer. I'm drinking my second beer. I opened my second beer, and I was like, you know what, guys, I'm not going to be able to do this podcast if I drink two, and then I start trying to do this. So I don't drink that much. I don't drink that much anymore, so it doesn't take very much for me to get loosey-goosey, but I did that because I thought it might help. It'd be a good muscle relaxer, just to drink a couple beers to kind of relax the muscles, and then after I get done with this podcast, I'm going to watch the Chiefs game, preseason. Don't mean a goddamn thing, but still, I'm just thinking, hey, self is what self? We need to figure out a way how to deal with this because we have a problem. It's pretty bad, and it's sciatic pain in the hips, and if I stand for too long, it starts getting to pain in my knees. My knees start going numb. It's wild. It's fucking wild. I haven't had this pain. This is very similar to when I think I even told you about it last week when I was squatting 480, and I tilted my back the wrong way, and I just tweaked it. And honestly, I do feel like that's the reason why my back is as fucked up as it is now. I remember doing this. Oh, I only did this a couple times, when I was young. Even when I was young, I was in middle school, and I remember throwing my back out once in a basketball tournament, and I'm like, guys, I won't be able to do shit this fucking game. And it's just I can't do anything because my back is in so much fucking pain, and it's debilitating because I end up going from this to I'm curved to this, and I'm trying to walk my way instead of walking. I'm slowly doing this because it was I had to go to Walmart today and get some more protein shakes, and I got some stuff just to kind of hold me over for the weekend, and I'm just good Moses. Oh God, I won't be able to do this. And then, but I drank that one beer and it's feeling pretty good, but then, it only lasts for so long, and then you have to drink the other beer, and then that only lasts so long, and then you gotta drink the other beer, and then eventually what happens when people, this is why I'm so scared of drinking heavily and all that stuff, is because then it's you won't start feeling it till about beer 6, and about beer 6 is when you start being all right, that's about where my back starts feeling a lot looser, and I can be able to live my life like I used to do before I rode those bulls. See, there was this bull, his name was Samuel, and I was a young buck, and we were working on the field, and we'd see him over in the fence. My friends would always be hey John, how do you go over there and ride that bull? How do you try to go over there and fuck with that bull? And I was like, I'm going to go over there and fuck with that bull. Well, I went over there and I fucked with that bull. He fucked my back up. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just tipsy where I would forget my sunglasses if I was at a bar right now. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Oh, talking about sunglasses, I just forgot. Yeah, I'm like, did I just get a new pair of sunglasses? Anyway. Oh, I hope you guys are doing better than me, like I said. But anyway, yeah. So I was supposed to meet today. So this is how this all works. So you guys know I work in film, and well, I work with this lady, and she works in the fashion part of things. So she does Kansas City Fashion Week, all this stuff. I didn't know she did all this in her free time, right? So I was like, oh, cool. So once I found out about it, I was like, hey, what's up with this? Tell me a little bit more about this. And it's so hard because we're both so busy at our job. And then eventually was yesterday, I was like, hey, how about what happens? How about we go get brunch? We'll talk about film stuff. I'll show you a couple of my I'll bring my laptop. I brought my tablet. I'll show you a couple of my projects, and you can kind of get an idea of where I come from, what I'm trying to do. I'll see what you do, and because what I really love to do is I'd love to be able to find someone who does costuming and can do costuming and makeup and all that stuff, and just one less thing I have to worry about. Something I've learned. I know, right? Something I learned with my most recent job is that it is better to delegate. Awesome to oversee. Overseeing is awesome. You just got to write notes. What I do is I just have to write notes about it. I'm like, okay, check in with this. Once I gave someone a duty, you got to write it down and be like, okay, I gave this person this duty and the duty. And you just go by that. Super easy, especially with the film. It's only going to be a short amount of time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, get it done. Let's do it. Well, that's what I've learned on my job. Also, another thing, delegate. Pay that extra $100. It'll make your mind so much easier. It's saving. What is the saying? You're jumping over a mountain. No, you're jumping over a nickel to save a penny. Something like that. It's just it's something ridiculous. It's if you just spend the nickel, your life is easier, just much easier. So that's what I've learned. That is something I've learned for my job, and I think that's what the universe is trying to do. I think that's the reason why I got jobs like this, was so I can learn and then apply that to my filmmaking. Anyway, so I met with this person, and that's why I threw my back out. I went and I sat down, and I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did it. It's God dang. And I'm wondering, maybe because maybe I tweaked it golfing yesterday, and that's what it was. And I did sleep in today. And I did just kind of lay in bed for almost an hour and a half, and that probably was the dumbest of moves. I should have just gotten up and just sat in a chair if I'm going to do that stuff, instead of, because I twist and I turn and I move around, and then what it does is it softens my back up. And we're here. I know, right? Oh, hold on. Right idea. Anyway, yes. So we're here. We're doing this thing. It's just a great and wonderful time. It's just such a fun time to do things. But yeah, I don't know. What are we at? We're what? I guess I have talked for 10 minutes. And so I guess what we should do, do the video of the week. Should we do the video of the week, guys? Well, I guess we should do the video of the week. All right. Here we go.
Have you bitches ever put peanut butter on a dick and sucked it off like he was a dog? No? Then stop cooking that asparagus to damn near death. And stop cooking box mashed potatoes, bitch. And stop making hamburger helper. And take the salmon out the damn oven cause it been done. You bitches do too much of everything else. Talking about you ain't never did that. You bitches will suck ricotta off of a ricotta cock, but don't know how to cook asparagus and broccoli? Bitch, what's wrong with you? I'ma go hungry, bitch. You put butter in every motherfucking thing, but don't know the temperature that the asparagus is supposed to be cooked at. Asparagus flat as fuck. Broccoli covered in cheese. I'm tired of you bitches. Cut it out. I'm done with you hoes. I'm done.
Welcome to The John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
All right, so you might be like, John, why are you showing us this? One, because it was great and it was awesome, it was hilarious. But another thing, it's something I've discovered through my algorithm, because it's so great and wonderful, is that I've noticed that there's this thing in the underground world. Because trust me, I'm not in the mainstream. I don't follow that mainstream stuff that you guys probably get to see. What I see is some weird shit. I see a lot of death. A lot of weird foods being cooked. It's not like, oh, look at this, like, normal, like, we're going to cook this wonderful lasagna, and then we're going to have this great and wonderful Caesar salad with this twice-baked potato. No. Mine is like, we cut down this tree, we found all these maggots, we're going to season them, and then we're going to slow cook them. Or it's, hey, we just got this crazy crustacean animal. It is about 6 pounds. It has 24 legs. We're going to cut the legs off, smash the head, eat the body, crush up the legs, because there's about a half pound of meat in the legs. And we're going to bake it into a sushi roll. That's the shit I see. So, but then this new thing is that, like, the crazy things, how I guess apparently all the other countries make fun of America, of the PB&J. Apparently this is weird because they hear at PB&J, peanut butter and jelly, right? So they think peanut butter, they think of jelly, but sometimes they think of like way different types of jellies. So they think of like Jell-O. There's been that. There's been just straight up just like they will do like a jam or something like that, which is it's not really the same. Like you really can only go like so far with it. I understand some people are like, why don't you do apricot? Why don't you do like raspberry? Why don't you do no? You can only do two things. You can do grape, strawberry. You have two flavors. Grape. I grew up on grape. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And then every once in a while I'd meet someone and they would have strawberry jelly. And I'd be like, oh my God, this is great. This is amazing. This is where it's at for me, personally. It's a staple. Been poor, went to film school. You eat PB&Js. You eat a lot of PB&Js. I still eat PB&Js. But the thing is that you got to do a piece of bread, peanut butter, another piece of bread, the jelly. This is where it is. This is where a lot of people, I feel like, make their mistake. See, the thing is, like, through the years, have discovered I used to do the jelly first and then the peanut butter, because you're like, you can't do the peanut butter and then put it and use that knife and put it into the jelly. You can't do that. You just can't. It's gross. I did it once. My dad yelled at me. It was a crazy moment in life. It was weird. It was a good learning moment. It was needed. It was important. So what I always did was like, I always took a spoon, scooped out the jelly, laid it down, used the back of the spoon, graze that shit. You graze it, and you don't really even need that much. But some people are more into the jelly part of it. They want the sweetness of the jelly versus the peanut butter. I'm more of like, slab that peanut butter on there. Small layer of a nice little small, like nice little, it's like salt. You don't want a lot of salt. You just need a little sprinkling of salt. You need to taste it with every bite, not suffocate yourself with it. So that was the thing. But then like you see some of these videos like the one you just saw. Like this lady, you don't do one slice and then one slice of bread and you put peanut butter and jelly. That's gross. Even Americans are like, that's gross. You don't do it. But there's a whole thing with like how Europeans are like mostly the British, they put beans on toast, which is absolutely disgusting. Not as, I mean, it's up there, but I don't know what's worse. Like poutine, gravy on, gravy on fries. It's just so fucking nasty to me. It's just so, but so also, you know what's also gross? And I will, because it's, to me, it comes off gluttonous. It's not even the fact of it's what it is. It's not even the taste of it. It's the fact that, like, it's just like, dude, guys, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Like, we are so far beyond this as a culture. We should have evolved at this point. Totally evolved at this point. But like the Frosties, like putting the fry in the Frosty. You guys have, I tried it once and I was like, you guys are fucking assholes. This is horrific. And then I'm just gonna eat the fries and I'll just eat the Frosty afterwards. Like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this to myself. I can't shove both down my fucking mouth at the same time. I'm not that hungry. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Because it's awful. It's just so fucking bad. Oh, but anyway. Brunch. It was nice. It's nice to know. Nice to meet someone who can do the fashion things. I don't know if we're going to be, because they're more of a coordinator, which in turn might be a blessing, because maybe I should use this person as a coordinator versus like having them call my third director. But then at that point, I almost should then, but then the third director should be doing stuff on set versus doing stuff on set as well as off set. Because normally, like, I have my third director. So this is how it works. So I have me, director. Then I have my assistant director. Then my assistant to my assistant director. So there's three of us. Used to be only two of us. I used to do the director and then assistant director because I'm like, this is all I really fucking need. But the third one is really helpful because the second one is to keep me like a time. Like, okay, I'm like, okay, like we want to spend like 2 hours doing this shot. This thing's like, well, we've hit 2 hours. Okay, we need to fucking move on to a new structure, to something else. We need to keep this movie going. That's really what the second director is. And then also like continuity things is like, okay, no, like that person actually picked it up with their left hand. So we need to make sure that person picks it up with their left hand. Those little things. And then the third director is basically someone who is like, okay, who talks to a coordinator or a wrangler out on the stage. Is like, hey, we got this person. We're bringing them on set. They come up and tell me, it's like, hey, we're about to bring this person up set, or like they tell the second director. Either or, it doesn't matter, whichever one's the closest. That's all new. But the second director used to do that stuff for me, which is like, I don't need that. I need them to focus on continuity and keeping time and structure and giving me time and structure and being like, hey, dude, we might want to press on. We might want to press on. That's it. That's really basically what I need. Because it's like, because my job is just to strictly just work with actors and get this shot and get this, like, I'm like, okay, like let's move it in slow, say your line now. And then we say the line. That's my job. So, like, basically, but like, this person is really good. I know how they work. And they work really, 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 really hard. And they have a lot of, like, drive. And I love that. And even when they have been defeated, they still work hard. And that's what I fucking love. I really fucking love that. And I want to keep that energy going. So, it's just wild. It's just a really wild thing. And then they're really good with someone I'm going to bring in. Because my next project, I'm going to bring in someone new for my second AD. It's just because I want to try someone new. Because I want to see, because I've worked with this person a lot with other things. And so I'm thinking, like, maybe we can work really well at this thing. Because they are very blunt and honest with me. So, like, they're not as scared to tell me, or they're not afraid. They're not going to offend me. Because we talk so well with each other that I'm like, okay, maybe I need to bring this person in and see how they do. And I know that they have just a weird, quirky brain enough where it's like, I think all the way on this end, and they can just do one or two things. Like, how about we just take this and move it there, and move this here, and brush this whole thing off. I'm like, oh, I would have never seen that. That's the beautiful thing. That's what's so great about art. But yeah, weird stuff. All from Toast, right? A video about Toast. But yeah, I guess we should. I don't even know where are we at. I have 8 minutes left. I guess we should do the video. We should watch more videos. You guys want to watch some videos? Okay, we should do that. Oh. All right. Here's the first video.
That needs to be turned around. You almost set my house on fire.
Set your house on fire.
You fucker! That was reflecting the sunlight.
You motherfuckers are the biggest nut jobs I have ever encountered in my life.
You come over when the sun's shining and you feel my siding. It is hotter than hell.
You think that mirror
Yes!
is going to set your house on fire?
Yes, I know it will.
Okay. This lady here thinks this mirror is going to set her house on fire over there.
And make sure that you tell them that it's the direct sunlight in the mornings, okay?
Okay, well, if you had came and asked me nicely, it wouldn't have been a problem. But when your dipshit fucking husband comes over here and threatens to bust my property, then it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm not the one to fuck with.
Well, you don't fuck with me either.
Hit me, I dare you.
Fuck you.
Go back to your fucking property, psycho bitch. I will fuck you both up.
You take care of that, or I will call the police.
Call them. What do you
Okay,
think they're going to do? Go call the police right now and tell them that I got a mirror on my property. Go call them.
That you will not.
Go call them. No, go call them.
I will.
Go call them.
Wild, right? Fucking wild. Wild shit. This is I know these people. I know this type of white. So this type of white, this lady, you can tell the type of white she is because her neck skin, it looks like apple pie crust. So back in the day, there was Sam's Club and there was Costco. My parents used to go to Sam's Club before Costco's became bigger. I was a little upset at the time. Looking back on it, probably for the better, you know, they were looking out for the family. Anyway, so when we used to go to Sam's Club, we used to go to the pie department, the pie area, you know, the pastries and all that stuff. My parents every once in a while would splurge, and because you can get, back in the day, especially back then, you could get a whole, like a big fucking 18-ounce pie. You can get it for like 18 cents. It was insane. They're basically giving it to you. And the crust had this glaze to it, and it was always cracked. And I always looked at it, and I always thought it was the craziest thing because I would watch my dad eat it. Because if there's a spectrum, I'm probably on it. And what I did is just what I did. And then we had substitute teachers at my school, and they would have that crust skin. And I was like, your skin looks like apple crust. And that's what my mind would go to. And that's the skin I see with this lady. That's the skin I see with this lady. Moving on. Next video.
A lot of millionaires are dying. Yours might be next. Lonnie Anderson died yesterday. Yours might be next. Dying. Better be careful out there. Yours might be next.
So I waited all the way up to this podcast to wait to see who Lonnie Anderson is. Lonnie Anderson. Because I have no idea who this is. Yeah, Lonnie Anderson. She's an actress. Lonnie Anderson was an American actress best known for her role as Jennifer Marlowe. Sorry, got it. Text. So this guy, we follow each other on Instagram, but recently he started posting a lot of these movie stuff, and so I started saying like, hey, this is a movie I'm watching tonight, like it's pretty fucking good, you should check this out. And like we send each other like these links to these movies that we watch, because I watch a movie like damn near every night. Like, Lonnie Anderson. Who the fuck is Lonnie? Best known as Jennifer Marlowe on the ABC sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati from 1978 to 82. So is this okay? You think this is a troll? I never got it. Oh, dude, maybe this lady's a lot smarter than we give her credit to, because you think this was a troll in the sense of like, you know, like a lot of like political people are dying, and like she was making fun of the fact that this lady just simply played one on TV. Dude, great, beautiful, glorious. The bee's knees. All right, next video. This video got me upset, and it was like, I could have easily seen myself. This kid almost looks like, dude, that looks like that could be your son. I like, think about it. Think if I had like a 10-year-old kid. He was doing this dumb shit.
Today, I'll be giving myself a swirly. Our content hasn't been doing too good recently, so I'm gonna do it. Ah! It ripped it! Alright, let's go, Liam.
So you can tell this was like the 4th or 5th take. He's going to get pink eye and something got ripped. So there's a joke involved here. It's just, if that's where I had to go, I don't know. If like Jackass were to call me and be like, hey dude, we're going to give you a contract. After taxes, everything like that, you're going to get $54K, right? I'd be like, God damn it, I think I have to do it. I think I'm going to have to do it, whatever we're going to do. I think I'm going to probably throw my back out for sure. But I'm going to have $54K. So, and that's after taxes. So I'm going to definitely get paid a little bit more after, but a lot of it's going to go to the government. A lot of it's going to go to agents and all that good shit. Anyway, so I guess next video. Here we go. I just think it's weird. It's a good palate cleanse because I show you some weird shit, and then it's like, what? So then I have to go and then watch because I go right back to yelling again. Next video.
You're gonna flip me off? You're at work. You're on camera, and you just flip me off in front of my kid, who's 2 years old. I will call like literally anybody I need to. You don't flip somebody off in front of their baby. In front of their baby. I told her to chill out. I told her, no, you don't need to remake the ice cream. I was trying to defuse the situation. You don't flip me off in front of my baby. Okay? You do not. You say sorry to me so I can hear it. Pull your mask down and say sorry or I'm going to call the manager. You just flipped me off in front of my baby. Because I made sure the passenger did not make her make it over. No, don't walk away because you flipped me off. Or it's going to be the manager and the police. I'll stay here all night. You don't do that in front of my child. So bring her back. She's got to say sorry so I can hear it. Now, you put some respect on my...
Wild, right? Wild. Think about those people. This is some wild shit. So, guys, I think we've reached the end of this podcast. So, I'm going to leave you guys for a while. Normally, what happens is, sorry, I'm deleting files, so I might as well do it now because as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to go start watching football. So normally what I do is I just leave you guys and I cut the black and say goodbye, but there's this music, the song that I heard, and I want to promote it. And but I hope you guys do well. stay safe, wash your hands, look both ways, tell your parents to sit hi, watch out for deer. The normal stuff. But enjoy this video. And I will see you guys on the next episode. All right. Watch this song. Listen to the song. Whatever way. All right. Bye.